Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Star Wars Black Series action figure of L3-37. This is an interesting, slightly problematic figure. I think they did a really good job with the sculpt on this. Hasbro should be commended for their attempt to make L3 into a functioning action figure just based on the skinniness of her legs and the weird design of her as a droid. Now, what makes this figure so interesting to me is the articulation on this is odd. Like, look at the feet. Look at these little tiny little feet. There is just a little hinge right in there that allows them to swivel. What's problematic about this is that little surface has to handle everything above it. And there's so much weight at the top that displaces the balance so easily, so incrementally. If you lean this figure slightly forward at all, she'll fall totally forward, fall slightly back. It took me several minutes to find the exact spot where I can get this figure to stand upright. So I'm not going to be messing with that articulation at that hinge any further. It also doesn't help that the legs are slightly uneven, like the left one's slightly longer than the right. Thankfully, the legs do hinge outward. There is a hinge for that, which is great. But a lot of the articulation on this is kind of unique. Like the knee joint here, it kind of clicks. I mean, you could kind of leave it slightly off, but it really does just lock in those places. So you have a basic hinge at the knee, a basic hinge for the feet at the ankle. These legs do swing forward and back a little bit, but they are limited by the wiring there. It's just basic plastic. It's not like a looser rubber, and it doesn't expand or anything. So you really can only move the legs about that much or that far before you start to potentially rip this plastic. So that's really limiting. Same thing with this little elbow joint here. You can bend it a little bit, but then those cables get in the way, and again, they're just a plastic material. You do get the swivel at the elbow, though. You do get the full swivel and hinge at the wrist. There appears to be a ball joint in the torso and a ball joint in the head here. Not like it makes that much of a difference. The base of the neck moves, and the top head, you can kind of just pivot it a little bit. But I will say the paint job on this is great. It highlights a good sculpt of all the details. I thought they did a commendable job of sculpting all these cables so that they kind of read like cables and not just like blobs. All the surface details are there. I like the kind of dirtying with the silver paint. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, the sculpt in this is pretty strong. The head reads fine. The top of the head captures that design perfectly. A lot of good silver kind of dirtying paint going on here. A lot of different colors being used, which is nice. It is fun to look at. It comes with no accessories, so that's a bit of a bummer. But I mean, really, what would she come with? So yeah, you know, this thing retails for about 20 bucks. You don't get any accessories with it, but I do like it. I do like L3. I'm still not sure what exactly L3 is supposed to be, because she's such a divisive character. I'm not sure if she's supposed to be like the ultimate example of woke liberalness in a Star Wars movie, or a spoof of the idea of woke liberalness in a Star Wars movie. Either way, I like her. She's fun. She's funny. And Lando definitely wanted to hit it. I like it. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you want, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff.